starter evolution typings might be here, ladies and gentlemen, because we have a massive breakdown from Soul Silver Art about the Rue Kidler riddles. So let's take a look at them right away. Ladies and gentlemen, Soul Silver Art has come out and he posted potential big spoilers. I want to be clear, even though I'm still not sure of this one of the answers to that riddle, I do strongly think it could be. Therefore, the starter's final evolution types would be the following, and he has a list here of what he thinks they might be, and what he's referring to is something we covered in yesterday's video, which I think you guys may find interesting. But basically, it is what the starter evolution freaking typings could be for the final starter evolution. So let's take a look at them. The first one he says here, Sprigatito with grass electric, which if true would be the most unique thing they could possibly go for. That is actually a really interesting take if they go that way, which does seem a little bit unlikely though, I'm gonna be honest. The next one is Fuecoco with the fire dragon typing, which again seems a little bit unlikely, and then Quaxley with the water fighting one, which also seems once again a little unlikely. Well, at least like the water fighting and the fire dragon are the more likely ones. I feel like grass electric on Sprigatito just does not seem likely at all. But we continue on here, and he says, as I've already speculated, Quaxley is the most obviously there will be a blue-footed Bobby, fighting type due to Don Quixote, which is a knight. If you don't know the story of Don Quixote, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what it is. It's a man who basically was delusional and would go around fighting windmills, more or less. Just kind of a man in his own delusion, thinking he was a great knight, but in reality, he was just fighting literal windmills, thinking they were, you know, enemies and dragons and whatnot, whatever. But my point is, it will be probably most likely be based on this, given from its name, right? Using the Quaxley, you know, just generally what it looks like in terms of design and everything. It just does seem like it makes a lot of sense that we go in this type of direction in terms of typing, right? And a lot of stuff they talked about, with it being like maybe water steel, water dark, stuff like that. But based on what he's saying here, and based on the riddles from Ku, it could mean that this thing might end up actually being something along the lines of a water fighting type, which would be totally fine in my opinion. But I don't really know about you guys. Do you guys agree with that? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? I would love to know. But we continue on to the next thing, which is Fuecoco would be a dragon due to Coco, or Cucafera, which is, I guess, dragon, and it still may have a scary vibe. But seriously, this is why Fuecoco has the potential to be the best starter we've ever had, a fire dragon type, which I think is unlikely, but it could happen because we already know what it's based on in terms of its inspiration, and I'm going to give you further details on that right here. Basically, Fuecoco, in terms of its design, does have this odd similarity to this thing which they do in Spain, like Festa da Coco during the Corpus Christi celebration in Monaco, as you can see right here, in Portugal in particular, and Cucafera during the Festa Mayor de Santa Tecla in Tarragona, Spain. And basically, it's this weird festival they do with this creature that looks kind of like a dragon, kind of like a crocodile, bit of everything. But basically, that's what Coco most likely is based on. And giving it an evolution that is a fire dragon type would actually make a lot of sense. There's also the fact that Coco is like a kind of boogeyman sort, a ghost monster, equivalent to a boogeyman more or less within Hispanic kind of like culture. So it would make a lot of sense that they would kind of use like Coco, Cuca, whatever you want to call it, as an inspiration for this as well. And it just makes literally a lot of sense. But so that's that one. But Sprigatito as electric makes less sense. Maybe there's something we don't know yet, or maybe we are missing something, like maybe it's just a monograss type, or maybe the first hint to its electric type, it isn't personality description, attention seeking and sudden changes. And could it be that because it's capricious, you know, which is a word that we can see right here, given to a sudden and unaccountable changes of mood or behavior, which, in my opinion, if you are capricious, in this case, is something that also another Pokemon, which is electric typing, by the way, as far as I know, which is, I think, Morpeko. Morpeko is a bit capricious, right? Because it can basically just be hungry, and it can get hangry, and then get pissed off, and then goes ham, right? And it is electric type, so it could possibly be that mood changing would fit well with the electric typing, in my personal, honest opinion. But I would love to know what you guys think about it. And also, he says, remember this thread? No, go read it now. He connects the Sprigatito to the sun, which has now become more relevant to the plasma and photosynthesis. And yeah, well, let's see what this is all about. Well, basically what it says right here. Remember when I said that the cat is related to the sun? Well, that basically confirms my theory, because plants are powered up through photosynthesis, or, well, yeah, photosynthesis, what else can you really call it? When you mix heat with electricity, you give plasma, leading to the cat becoming grass electric. It utilizes the photosynthesis to initiate the electricity, thus leading to plasma. And there's a whole explanation he has right here. The word Lynx comes from the word Luch, who was a Celtic solar deity. The connection between these names could be in the quality of light that shines from this cat's eyes. I think as it evolves, it'll take on aspects of both the Iberian lynx and the Luch, which actually would make a lot of sense. Another interesting thing is that both the sun and the lynx have connections to psychic abilities. I was going to say physics abilities, but nonetheless, so perhaps its final typing is going to be grass psychic with a theme around the sun. It's also worth noting that despite Luch being a Celtic deity, Tama, the Celtics, do have a long history with Spain and its history. Spain is incredibly diverse, so Game Freak's inspiration can be, vast. They can really go for anything, right? There's so much to use. And yeah, basically you want to cap off this thread by saying that it's kind of like interesting, I guess, to see Spectatito's final Evo being of royal stature and based around the sun. Something like Duftmon from Digimon, in a way. And that would be a kind of natural tactician in a sense. But I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about this, though. What do you guys have as in terms of opinions on this? Because I'm going to be honest, a lot of this does seem a little weird, right? Like, the typings do seem a little bit too stretched. Like, let's be honest about this. Precatito Grass Electric just seems too far-fetched. Fire Dragon Fuecoco just seems a little too overpowered. I mean, we do have, like, maybe if one of these guys had a typing that would kind of counterbalance one of the other ones, then fair enough. But the Dragon typing, the Fire Dragon typing on Fuecoco just seems a little too much in a sense, right? It just seems a little either too strong or just a little too much of whatever you want to call it. Then Water Fighting on Quaxley just seems a little throwaway, right? Doesn't seem like it's too interesting. And again, Grass Electric just does not seem that likely, okay? That thing would be a menace to water types, but nonetheless, it just doesn't seem that likely in my personal honest opinion. But I would like to know what you guys think about this one in the comment section down below. And before we end off this video, guys, I want to quickly just mention that we are on Momo board doing a competition right now. If you guys go there, you can join us on the Pokemon World board and submit your own designs for what our logo, our brand new logo should be. And we'll have that logo and we'll use that logo for a while. And the first place winner will get a reward. So go over there, guys. Check out the post. That's it. I'll see you next time. Peace out and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.